Well, Mouse looked like shit, and they got somebody new, and they look like not shit. I'm a little scruffy today. I'm literally on my way to get a haircut, but I wanted to get my thoughts out there. It's been quite a couple of minutes since we really got down and got a chance to talk, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I've been a little out of it the last couple of weeks, and maybe I'll dive into that a little bit later. But right now, we're talking about Mouse. And the biggest thing is about presents. And I'm not talking about Santa Claus coming to your house and giving you a present, although this is a present in the form of presents. Jermain famously just wasn't around. Is Jermain a good hunter? Absolutely. Could Jermain practice up? I'm playing with my shoes. Could Jermain practice up and get better? And let me say that again. Could Jermain practice up and play with a squad and be SPL caliber someday? Sure. But from the sounds of it, he's done. He's gone. See you later. Not interested. He had his fun, and now it's time to go. And I'm very happy for two reasons. One, because real talk, I think it's a selfless move. Yeah, it took this long, and that's probably an issue. But the idea to finally say, look, I'm getting free money, but I'm holding my friends back is a big deal. These players make $30,000 a year. He could just collect a paycheck and coast, and nobody's going to complain about him. Mouse are not number 3, so they're not just out of the land. They're at the bottom of the league. If they do replace Jermain aggressively, what is the possibility that they go to land and drastically change their lives, right? So I think these players were kind of peeved, and I have no idea, but I think these players were kind of peeved that Jermain was not really giving a shit, because if I look at Dardes and I look at Big Man Tings and I look at the rest of the squad, I see players that legitimately care and want to win, and I know Cherio. Cherio is an emotional guy that really, really, really wants to take the victory, and so there, I empathize. But I think this team was realistic and was saying, look, if we get rid of Jermain right now, we're not a number 1 or a number 2 team. So, whatever, dude. Not worth salting everything and just coast. So I understand the players not kicking him off. Jermain, on the other hand, I see it too. You spend the spring split chilling, coasting, collecting $200 every time you pass go. Awesome, I get it. But you clearly aren't interested in the game. You clearly aren't showing up to scrims, and the team mocks you for it publicly. And they're jocking you, they're playing around, but there's reality to it. This player definitely kept Mouse from being something special. And I don't know what came first. I don't know if Jermain recognized that this team could be something special, or if he just got bored of it. But I'm going to hope and pretend that it's the former, because Jermain's a decent enough guy. Sure, he's got his issues, but I think everybody does. He's a fine person. And so I think that he sat there and went, you know what? We've always sucked. No chance for us to win. I don't really give a damn about this game, but I'm going to just go to work. I'm going to play my game. I'm going to collect my money and whatever. And then I think realization set in, and he was like, holy shit, Big Man Tings is a top mid laner. This is a big deal. Big Man Tings is actually playing out of his mind. Dardes is universally respected as a good support player. Everyone in Europe knows that Dardes has the power to just beat the shit out of you, right? You look at that, and I think, and Cherio has always cared. Cherio is so, Cherio. I feel for Cherio. He's got a lot of variables working against him, but he is a very talented player with a very important mindset, and he takes the game seriously. He wants to win. Not every player is like that. And so I think that Jermain recognized that in his teammates. I think he recognized that the teams that he has been on have always been terrible. But this Mouse Sports squad has the potential to do something special. Big Man Tings, Dardes, Cherio, Nika even over there. This is a solid team. Big Man Tings and Dardes are top of the crop. In comes Spudio. Is Spudio the best hunter in the world? No. Is Spudio the best hunter in Europe? No. Is Spudio even better than Jermain? I'm not sure on the answer to that question, frankly. But it's irrelevant at this point because more importantly, Spudio is showing up to scrims. And that's all that matters. Spudio is able to practice with the team. There are very few games where you can be a transcendent talent and be so fucking good that you don't have to go to practice. And even in those games, the level of which you have to be better than everybody else, like everybody's here and you're like, in order to be the guy that doesn't practice, is astronomical. So the idea that Jermain is a great player is not that far-fetched. The idea that Jermain is good enough to play without showing up is very far-fetched. And the team suffers because of it. Spudio comes in as, it's arguable, especially after his first couple of games, multiple multi-kills, fantastic play. Spudio is, let's argue that he is a worse hunter, that Jermain is just better than him at Smite game, right? The value of Spudio as a less talented player, going to scrims, working with the team, understanding each other, gaining that trust, gaining that confidence, gaining the ability to read your team is more important than the ability to show up and hit your buttons correctly. Bonus, Spudio's hitting his buttons correctly. I'm not saying this team's going to land in the summer. I'm not saying this team is number 1. I'm not saying this team is number 3. I'm not saying anything like that. What I am saying is that the fall time, people have to watch out. Especially with a team like Obey just collapsing. Y'all got to be careful of the mousetrap. These guys are going to be good. Jermain made the right decision, stepped aside, and let somebody more invested come into the team, and now this team is being allowed to flourish. Cheerio is allowed to flourish on his oddball jungle selection. Big Man Tings entered the mid lane and said, you are going to eat it. And he's doing it. Big Man Tings has been one of the most exciting players for me to watch, and I'm stupid excited about it. So, Mouse, finally... And I say this with as much respect to Jermain as possible. I don't know how to say this. I've been biting my tongue on social media because I don't know how to say this in text with nuance. I'm so fucking happy Jermain is gone. And that's not a negative slight towards Jermain. I'm so fucking happy he's gone because the team can focus on being a strong team with all 5 members. And frankly, if Jermain wasn't invested in a Smite, bruh, do you, man? Like, that's totally fine. I have no ill will. The fact that he stepped away from the team of his own accord, even tip of my hat, bruh. Tip of my hat. Tip of my hat, bruh. That is a solid big boy move, and I like Jermain better for it. This Mouse team, watch out. I think this Mouse team, Mouse could be your new Obey. I was excited about SK, and we'll talk about them a little bit later during this week. But Mouse, I think, is your new SK, or your new Obey Alliance. Obey are fallen. Obey are failing. Obey are in some shit. But Mouse, they're crawling out of that shit. They're covered in it, and they smell like it. But goddamn, it's like watching a homeless man get a haircut. Spudio, welcome to the Smite Pro League. I wish you and your team the best, and I really think that Mouse can be something special this year. I'm excited. Thanks again for watching. I will catch you guys. Again, comment, like, subscribe, all the shit that YouTubers say, but important comment. Let me know what you want to see. I'm thinking about moving this channel away from just Smite. It'll still be a shitload of Smite. 1, because that's what I do all day, every day. And 2, it's what I'm really interested in. But I figured I'll give my, dot takes on a wider variety. People like the boxing video I put out. I put another unrelated video out. I think I'm going to do that same sort of shit. So we can talk about other esports. We can talk about traditional sports. We can talk about music. We can talk about pop culture. We can talk about politics. Shit, I don't give a fuck. What do you guys want to hear me spit about? Next up, if you guys don't have a suggestion, please give me a suggestion. I'll probably be hitting either SK Gaming in their recent shift, although it's kind of small, or the fall of Obey. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you a little bit later. Peace!